Um, One of the other things that I wanted to talk about is how we are breaking spiritual laws. We are breaching soul contracts unknowingly. And that means we are uh, willfully using our free will to destroy ourselves. Um, and I know you're probably thinking, like, well, if I don't know what the spiritual laws are, how do I know if I'm breaking them? Well, just like what the biblical laws that they teach us in churches are, you supposed to have been seeked out something greater than yourself. Listen to your higher self. Listen to the land and to the cosmos. Because if you do the type of work that I'm telling you to do to help you with your longevity, it will expand your consciousness. So therefore, everything around you will open up and speak to you. One of the biggest spiritual laws that we're breaking, and a big breach in the soul contracts, is the way man and woman are acting toward each other, the transactional relationships that we have formed. And one of the biggest things that we're doing by using our words, spelling, cursing ourselves, willfully using our free will, is the fact that we are speaking into existence. Women are saying that they don't need men. Now, grant you, every woman on the planet does not have to have a man, and she might not have even been created to be for a man in any long term ship, relationship, friendship, family ship, any of that. So it's not for every woman on the planet, but the majority of the women species on the planet were created to be with men, if not all. I'm going to say it like that. Yeah, yeah. But there, of course, are always deeper meaning to that, because some people aren't created to be in any type of relationship. Once again, some people are not created and in tune enough to take care of a family, kids, husbands, wives. But us verbalizing the fact that we don't need men, or we have made man and woman relationships transactional, is a breach of a soul contract. The very speaking of those words, saying we don't need men, is a problem, because everything that you know of in the world as of today was created off the backs of men. Even if his wife helped him with something, and I'm not saying there aren't women creators. Of course there are. I'm saying the majority of the things that we partake in today, the buildings that we live in today, the cars that we're driving today, Although women play key roles in making some of this stuff happen, they are not the beginning and the end of these earthly projects that we are partaking in. They're just not. We need men because if you want to raise a family and you want to have a productive planet that lives in harmony, you need masculine energy. It's no way around it. Masculine energy is in everything. It's in all of us, even us females. And just like feminine energy is in all of us, even in the males, we are made of both energetic frequencies, both energetic DNA, biology. We are made of both. You can't get around that. So that's the way of spirit. That is the makings of the universe, of spiritual law, of creator. So the very statement saying that we don't need men, it's harmful. It is shifting the energy toward the men are not gonna stay men. I know that's hard. That is hard to hear because I'm like, what? I was just translating. I didn't want to hear that either. The fact that you're stating you don't need men is actually going to backfire because that energetic frequency is being projected onto the men on the planet, and it is turning that energy, which is supposed to be masculine, it is pushing the masculine energy away. Just the very speaking and spelling and casting of those words and statements. Y'all not even understanding that we are putting ourselves in this deficit. And I'm not even talking about finances, y'all. I'm talking about something deeper than all of the. This ain't got nothing to do with money, but it do got something to do with your spiritual inheritance, your spiritual fiduciary, your lifeline, your longevity. All of that is at stake, and we pushing it. Excuse me, something got in my throat. We pushing it further and further away by the words we speak, the thoughts we think, the actions that we're taking. We're literally getting on this thing here, this a mark of the beast. We're getting on this thing here and letting the very men that father our childs and that we beg and to lay down with, even if we ain't committing to them, that we don't need them. Even if we ain't acting right with them, we still want what they got. It's just crazy. Are you serious? How does that work, ladies? How is that working out for you? It's not. It's not. It's not. It's never going to work because we have put ourselves in a far deficit with our mouth, with them nasty attitudes, with them words we speaking, them dirty thoughts we thinking. We have put ourselves in so far behind enemies' lines that we don't see how to get ourselves out. I understand that we're trapped. Not me. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I understand that folks are trapped. And there are many, many reasons why folks are trapped. I do understand that. It come down to the food, the water, the music, the TV shows, the who you be around, the how you was raised, to everything fits in the piece. Everything fits in the puzzle. There's a piece for everything to make the bigger picture, the bigger circle. And everything comes back around in a circle. And once again, the circle is incomplete because the human beings have not been doing their part and they don't understanding, not understanding what we are doing. So there is a lot of grace and mercy that has been thrust upon us because we were left in the dark for so many years. We've been in the dark totally and we've been lied to. And religion is not how you save your soul. Think about it, people. When you go to the church and you giving tithes, you paying for the brick and mortar and the pastor. Come on now. Y'all know that. Quit playing. Quit playing. It's time to quit playing. You know when you give tithes in church, that is for the brick and mortar, the building and the expenses and the pastor and whatever else they want to do with it. You know that is not how to serve God. That is not how to serve the Almighty Creator, baby. No, so how do you think you're supposed to serve God then? Especially because church only one day a week. Come on now. God needs to be served all day, every day. So really, what do you think you're doing? Be honest with yourself. So you get within your vessel that what we've been doing and what we've been taught is not it. Can't you feel it? And maybe you can't because you too bogged down in what your eyes see. And along with all the other things that they are creeping into the systems, like the food and the water and all the drugs, the doctors, all that, it's hard to come out of that spell, but we're going to have to wake up. This is not the time to keep on thinking there's no other way. But the way we've been doing it for 100 years now, it ain't worked. We just gotta keep doing. What is the? Ain't it insane in the membrane to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and you get the same results, and you don't like the results though. We as a people, we do not like the results. If you don't like the results, think, think. Beautiful people, just think and say to yourselves, something ain't right. It's something I haven't been learning. It's something I haven't been taught. It's something I haven't researched. It's something I haven't searched for. There is something inside of me that needs to be filled, and getting it on earth is not filling it. Religion not gonna say your soul. What's gonna say your soul is you do your shadow work. You do your shadow work, and everything that comes with it, you'll learn it, because you'll start to see your triggers and what's hurting you and what's making you happy. And you'll start to switch. You'll start to use your verbiage correctly and try to form correct statements. Try to understand instead of understand, which under means below. That means below comprehension. If you understand with everything in you, your vessel, everything, your spirit, and you understand that we have been taught wrong and there is a different way, and try to search that way out, or listen to somebody that has proven they've gotten out. They're out of the matrix. They're out of the system. I don't see things the way everybody else see them. Everybody else sees death and doom and destruction, and yeah, and I do see the stores closing. I do see them poisoning us. I do see the world crazy, everybody in it crazy, but I also know why, and I also know how to get us back to where we belong. I know we're short-circuited, and God has given me the purpose and has sent me here to help put some of his people, the ones that are ready now. Because everybody ain't ready. There's waves to this shit. There's levels to this spiritual thing. It might not be your time to ascend, but everybody that is listening, that is ready to ascend, I'll take you there. But only if you want to go with me. I can't force it. It has to be something that you naturally thirst for on your own. Because if you don't naturally thirst for it on your own, nothing that I am saying right now is going to make sense. Nothing. I am going to say once again, we live in a vibrational universe. One of the things that we weren't taught on a high enough scale, because I was taught about vibrations in music class. Yeah. All that, everything, and I was taught about everything vibrates in science. I believe it was science, chemistry, something like that. Yeah. I didn't really pay attention, and evidently the world around everybody on the planet, not everybody, because I have ran into a lot of people that know exactly what's going on. The majority of the people on the planet don't realize everything is vibration. Everything is always moving. Even when you think you're sitting still, everything in you is always moving. You're electromagnetic. The sun is electric. The ground is magnetic. So, to live a longer life, you have to live off the land. To live a better life, a healthier life, you have to live off the land and watch what you say and what you will into existence. If you live off the land, you won't even have to watch what you eat, because you'll be healthy. Most of all of the reasons why so many people are unhealthy and overweight in this country is the mindset, along with the poisons in the food. It's a combination of the things. We don't digest all of the poisons and stuff that they are spraying on the crops, that they are raising the crops with, because they're not even letting the food grow to full growth and maturity like you should before you eat it, they're actually speeding up the growth process. That's why you can get some fruit and stuff and it don't vegetables it don't be good, the fruit don't be sweet. Well, it didn't lay out in the sun 3 to 6 months. My videos are pretty much gonna be all over the place because they are channel messages and I just can't stay in one place because we've gotten to a crucial point. So it's gonna be like when spirit get the rolling and tell me what to say, I'm just gonna keep going. I don't even know what I said 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. I don't, and I really don't care because everything I have to say is a valid point. Things that you need to know, and I'm just gonna roll them off. I'm gonna let spirit be the guide. I ain't trying to stay in order. What for? That's gonna drive me crazy. I ain't finna keep all this stuff in order. Ping, whatever, ping, 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 ping. Whenever it ping, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. And let me tell y'all the craziest thing that's been happening to me for months, right? This has been going on for months. Okay, so I've been getting the messages to get on her and talk about, all the things I gotta talk about and sex and stuff and all that stuff, like, right? For a couple of years now. And I just haven't been wanting to do it, right? Okay, so then when I got myself together enough where, okay, I'm gonna get up and start recording myself. Whoop, 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 whoop. Um, I was getting up, after I start my day and look nice for the day, do whatever I gotta do for the day, take care of whatever business I gotta take care of for the day, take care of my home and my family for the day. And then I was like, okay, so I'm looking cute. I've been out and did all this and did all that, and I'm looking cute. Let me pop on a video. You know, every time I would stay dressed for a video or just get dressed to do a video, before the video or before I was doing it, it's always, downloads. Bing, 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 bing. All day, every night. You know, they just pinging everywhere, right? So, and I'm like, okay, wait, I gotta get dressed, I gotta get dressed, I gotta put that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Yeah. Soon as I get dressed, I'm just sitting there looking cute, turn on the camera, y'all, and nothing was coming. And I mean nothing. And that is very rare for me because I am mercurial. I've always been this way. It is a part of my DNA makeup, my chemical makeup, So yeah, I always have lots of thoughts. And I was like, word, why come every time I get dressed and I'm sitting up in front of the camera and I'm thinking I'm cute and I'm ready to get these messages that you ready for me to give now for 2 years, spirit, I'm finna be obedient. Finally, y'all, the messages was leaving. They weren't coming. It was like, hey girl, we ain't finna ping. We ain't finna say nothing. It shut down on me. And that's what I've been doing for the last few months. For the last few months, y'all. Why come every time, like right before I get ready to get in the shower, or right before I get ready to brush my teeth, or right when I get ready to soak my feet, or right when I'm washing dishes, um, especially when I am not, hair ain't combed, sometimes ain't brushed my teeth, ain't washed my face. And it just, stuff just started coming like ching, 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 ching. And I'd be like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, spirit. Would you stop it? I'd be like trying to shut it down. Like, stop it. I'm like, it don't work like that. It come when it want to come. And sometimes I can remember it and sometimes I can't. But it be so many of them that it's okay. I used to write them down. Now I don't even write them down because that has started to get frustrating too. But I still got so many books of writings. I'm just not writing anything down at the moment. But yeah, so that was just to let y'all know. I might come on here one day looking. I just woke up, and I'm just gonna hit play when Spirit say hit play, and y'all can say what you want to say all day, every day. I did not come on here to be liked. I did not come on here to make friends. I was not sent here to be kind when it comes to these messages. Because we as a people have did a number on ourselves. Talking about we don't need men. And then on the boots of saying this stuff for years now, the back of the hill, here come the men in the red dress. I almost cried when I saw this. That made me sad that it is really that many males in our society. Oh, and they was, most of them was my color too. God, no weapons against me and mine shall ever prosper. No weapons against me or mine shall ever prosper. Spirit, oh y'all, we doing it to ourselves. We not speaking and thinking and acting like they mean so much to us. They mean so much to our children's existence. Here it is, sister. If you got 3 kids and you raising them by yourself, you as wrong as the deadbeat father. Because you shouldn't have had all those children to raise by yourself. That ain't how Spirit wanted it. So you should have been protecting yourself by not doing it without the commitment. You know, in back in the day, I understand now. It was marry before you carry. And it was sex upon or after marriage. It was relationships and marriages were created by parents and grandparents and stuff like that. It was arranged marriages. I agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly. Somebody that I've been knowing all my life, and my mom and daddy knew they people all their life, and so on and so on and so forth. Yeah, you know who you dealing with. I don't care. They gonna still be some dumb shit in the game, son, because everybody got who they are. Everybody got the dark and the light in them. But it's some people that are prone to be lighter, and there are some people that are prone to be darker. You have to use the God in you to figure that out and be with somebody that's gonna stay. Stop. And now, ladies, that you see that it didn't work out for you, please teach your daughters. Saying I don't need a man and making kids by myself because I want kids. I ain't got to have no man to have kids. That's a spiritual law and contract you are breaking when you think like that. That's not how Spirit designed it to be.